How's it going, everybody? Ty Sites, Shadow Games Report. Doing part 6 of Assassin's Creed Odyssey tonight. These songs are very experimental. This one's a little bit better than the last one. I actually ended the other one early because I didn't like it that much. This one's better. Alright, we got Control through Dogma. Man, I've been getting in arguments with people online today. Haven't done that in a while. But it's just over, well, I guess the same thing as always. Ignorance. Ignorance! And people defending the wrong things, the wrong values, pretending to be Christian whenever they don't protect Christian values, which I feel like is like the only job you really have as a Christian. I mean, obviously do good unto others and everything else, but I feel like a lot of it is just maintaining your values and actually sticking to them. And if you can't, that's what's called a sin. That's literally what sinning is. Just in case we got any fake Christians out there that don't know what sinning really is. It's going against the values of Christianity. Which I'm not here to, give everybody a religious rant. It's just more or less, how do certain beliefs control you? How do certain beliefs keep you upholden to certain, let's just say, holy land? Even though I wouldn't personally consider it to be holy at this point. I think holiness is more about really maintaining your humility, your humanity, your humbleness, and your nature. And whenever you start to kill your neighbors or even use the Bible and or Torah, depending on, which faith you want to pick from, I mean, the Bible literally enables slavery to some degree. It says that you can take people from other nations and allow them to be slaves in your own nation. I don't personally agree with that. I don't think most Christians agree with that. But it's something that's a part of the text. And, I might just go ahead and bring it up real quick just so you don't think that I'm lying. I don't ever try to lie to anybody on this channel. I want to make sure that you're on the same page with me. At least most of the time. Picking colors that don't belong today. I'll just pick this color. Screw it. I don't care. I was changing my name color real quick. Alright, anyways. Let's jump on into the topic and then we'll hit on some news. Control through Dogma. Let's see, what was the first thing that I said just a second ago? I'm already forgetting what I said, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. I forgot what I said. I can't think of what I literally just said a second ago. It was along the lines of, I guess, sticking true to your values, but there was something more specific. I can't think of what I just said. I'm going to be mad at myself later whenever I look at this video and I'll be like, oh crap, that's what you meant to say. But it's okay. We'll figure it out later as we go. Let me jump on over. Actually, I want to show you what I was actually looking at right before. This is a little bit of a continuation from yesterday's video, if anybody saw that video. I'm sure not many people did because the algorithm won't share me around. It doesn't like the things that I say, and I'm very blunt with my words a lot of the time, so, yeah. But anyways, what the main theme about today's episode is going to be is mainly ethics, and how maybe even certain religious values may be unethical towards today's standards. And it's just really to draw up a point of what is holy and what is unholy. Because I think even in some cases, like, some of these old texts might say that some things that we consider to be holy these days, I mean, it might consider it to be unholy. So, looking at the modern evolution of ethics and I guess the religious interpretation of it is important. I think it also even draws up the staunch differences between, let's just say, the Judaic beliefs versus like Christian beliefs. But we are playing Odyssey today, and we'll be able to kind of explore different temples and everything of other gods. Gods that Christians even considered to be false gods later on. But it's all kind of interconnected with one another. And we do have to remember that a lot of the Semitic tribes were pretty close to, I guess, what would you call them? I guess Greek civilization, or maybe even Greek tribes to certain degrees. I feel like, I don't know, for some reason we consider certain areas to be more tribal, and then we'll consider other areas to be more civilized and have a civilization, which a lot of times you consider the Greeks and the Romans to be more of a civilization than the actual Semitic tribes. Which also, I just want to go ahead and put this out there up front. I'm not anti-Semitic. I don't hate Jews. I might be critical of certain groups, and they might happen to be Jewish. Like, what I mainly attack a lot of the time are really a lot of the centralized power source of what I would consider to be a globalized tyranny, because we've moved into this globalist state of the world where a lot of the media is controlled throughout the world by a lot of the same entities. And I mean, if they're not directly controlled, sometimes they're indirectly controlled. And we have to kind of like ask, like, well, what is this motivation for control? What is the underlying, I guess, program that is driving a lot of these people? And what's interesting is that I've kind of come to, I mean, this is probably not the top of the pyramid. I mean, we covered a little bit of what possibly might be the pyramid of the hierarchical structure of power last night, where I kind of jokingly said at the very end, it looks like at the very top of that pyramid, there's a reptilian eye. I mean, maybe we are controlled by reptilians. I don't know. I'm just, whenever I show stuff like that or say that, just know that I am joking to a certain degree. But I do try to be, you know, loose enough to where if that happens to be real later, we won't be surprised. So, anyways, if anybody followed last night's video, I kind of started drawing upon I guess, the interrelations of the Saturn cult or Saturnalian cult, and some even like go as far as like naming it the Saturn death cult, which I might have misphrased it right here. I put Saturnalian death cult, but I think it kind of took that from the word Saturnalia, which is a holiday. So yeah, I thought this was interesting. This is just from Braves AI. A quick summary of what it got from the Saturn death cult. The term Saturnalian death cult is not a historically documented entity, but rather a modern concept popularized by author Troy D. McLaughlin in his book, The Saturn Death Cult and Associated Website. McLaughlin's work proposes a speculative theory linking ancient mythology, planetary catastrophism. Is that how you say that? Catastrophism? In modern occult practices, he suggests that the planet Saturn was once Earth's original sun, which is kind of interesting. There's there's small mentions of, I guess, Saturn being a sun in the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. If anybody has actually seen that movie, it's actually really cool because I think it turns into a, well, never mind. I don't want to give away the end. I guess I just kind of did, but either way. Uh, Yeah, go watch that movie. It's good either way. He suggests that the planet Saturn was once Earth's original sun, and its mythical destruction led to a golden age that degenerated into a world obsessed with power, wealth, and ritualistic violence, including slavery and child sacrifice. Sounds eerily similar to, you know, this weird supposed satanic death cult, Saturn, Satan, pretty similar in their pronunciation. I'm not going to say there's a direct correlation because, well, I looked into it last night. And I mean, Satan is just, I guess, the word for adversary in the Hebrew language. Um, Now, I don't know if it's pronounced differently, but like I said, it's awfully similar to the word Saturn. And there's a reason I'm saying that right now. It's because a lot of this, there's a lot of correlation between, I guess, the Hebrew word for Saturn and Sabbath. And I can't remember if it's actually in the Hebrew language, but we might try to find that again here in just a second, if I remember. My mind's kind of scattered tonight, guys. Like I said, I don't know. I got in these arguments earlier with different people. It was mainly more Zionist types. And I was trying to educate them, on, guess, I don't even know how to term it now. I guess just the fact that the Talmud appears to be evil in the sense that it actually allows pedophilia. And don't take this from me. Go look it up for yourself right now. And I'm telling that to people from now on. Like, don't don't question me, bro. If you get mad at me, just know that I got it from somewhere else. And if that somewhere else happens to be true, you might want to rethink what you're protecting. And this does brush the surface of what some consider to be anti-Semitism, and that's not what I'm trying to do with this. But apparently, there's a theory that certain Jews might actually worship the god of Saturn. Um, I don't know if that's actually true or not, and it's I'm just going off the theories for right now, just reading off from the theories right here in front of our faces. I mean, and this is not the only source that I've gotten it from either. It appears that there's been several people throughout history talking about this. You know, people like Abraham Ezra and um, who was the other name that I heard of earlier? It was like Saint somebody. I can't remember. I need to like interlink my browsers together so that I have the same stuff that I'm searching on my phone into my browser. I know that's a feature, and I need to just go ahead and make that leap because it would be a lot easier to tell you what I'm talking about if I just had the article pulled up from what I had earlier. But anyways, just to avoid the anti-Semitic accusations that could kind of come from this, um, you know, there's plenty of anti-Zionist Jews. There's nothing racial about being anti-Zionist. It's nothing against Jews even, because there's a lot of Christian Zionists. Some say that there's even more Christian Zionists than there are Jewish Zionists. So it kind of makes you wonder, why would so many Christians want to protect a land that's not even for them? It's literally for the Jews. It's not for you. You're the goy, you're the slave to them. And, maybe not necessarily directly a slave, but they do consider you to be lesser than. And this is all things that can be confirmed through various uh, Jewish texts, from different rabbis. They seem to have a weird, obsessive hatred with what seems to be white Europeans. And I mean, maybe it's just because they, I don't know, want a lot of what we had. I don't know. But, you know, we're just kind of going over different theories. I don't This is the first time I ever heard of a, you know, let's see. He suggests that the planet Saturn was once Earth's original sun. That's a pretty big leap, bro. Like that's hard for me to even grasp onto, like with real evidential. I don't know what it is. I don't like. I just can't grasp onto it, and it's strange. Like, how did we even survive? And where did the sun come from? It's like if Saturn, did we have two stars here? Is that what that suggests? Just imagine what that would do to planetary um, alignment and orbit patterns. I mean, it would just be all over the place. It's kind of like the same weirdness with Sirius A and B. They have something kind of similar to some degree. Anyways, let me finish on this real quick. This theory connects the ancient worship of Saturn portrayed in mythology as a celestial all-seeing eye, fixed at Earth's celestial north, to modern sex murder cults and secret societies. McLaughlin further argues that these groups are a twisted yet deadly legacy of a desire to resurrect Saturn as the source of light. As the source of life and light. He links this to the origins of debt-based monetary systems in the modern gods industry: guns, oil, drugs, sex. No! You're gonna tell me that God is being used as a control mechanism? Are you telling me that Dogma, one of your most cherished religious values that you have, is being used as a control mechanism of your life? Is that what you're suggesting? Weird, because that's kind of what I'm suggesting too, a little bit, with various religions throughout the world. But it does seem that the Christian religion seems to be heavily infiltrated, not to mention heavily edited. I mean, a lot of people already know that, the Bible is heavily edited and books have been completely removed. Well, lots of, I would say, real Christians are rediscovering those books, reading them, and seeing that there's some very vital pieces missing from the Bible, the original Bible. Um, I don't know what's real. I mean, I've flirted with the idea of myself actually converting back to Christian just to show Christians how to actually, you know, perform certain values. Because like part of the reason, like I used to be all out full blown Christian. Like I wouldn't say I was a hardcore Christian, but I was pretty. I don't know. I felt like I was pretty let down by a lot of Christians, and that's what made me want to explore other things. But the more I see the fake Christian kind of just show themselves more and more, the more it kind of makes me like, well, damn, I could do this religion 10 times better than you. Like, I could be a 10 times better Christian than you. I know I can. It's not about arrogance, it's just more or less like confidence and knowing how to act out certain values. Um, Now, I'm probably one of the most sinful Christians. If I were to actually compare myself to, what a true Christian would be, just because I went off and went astray away from the religion for a while. But it's more or less trying to, I guess, uphold some values again so that your children will want to uphold those values and we have a more peaceful society. And I do think that religion gives a community for that. It gives a community for ethics and trying to show people the right way of how to be more ethical and moral and just good people. So I hope that Christianity is not so deeply disrupted and infiltrated that a lot of the religion would have to be reinterpreted. I'm not sure. Like what I mean here is that what if, let's just say, our elitist controllers subverted our religion so that they could control us with dogmatic values, you know, saying this is God's will, so you have to listen to the state. Now that's been done several times throughout history, especially European history. Uh, and probably many different religions throughout the world, but I I guess I'm more of a European heritage carrier, so I mean at the same time, like, I have to be real about where I have most of my knowledge from. I try to be reasonable and humble about what knowledge I do have and don't have. And I straight up tell people now, like, if I don't know something. Like, I had somebody say recently to me that, why aren't you arguing for this? I think he was saying, why aren't you arguing for Arab Zionists or arguing against them? They're a large population too. And I was like, well, I didn't even know about Arab Zionists. And then sure enough, like the next day, they popped up in my X feed. I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyways, getting to the larger conclusion of all this, if anybody has never seen Caesar's Messiah, it's a documentary that you can watch on YouTube and maybe other places too. But that's where I watched it. I watched it on YouTube. I'm not even trying to advertise YouTube because I hate YouTube. But if it's on BitChute, go find it there. But there's a documentary called Caesar's Messiah, and it talks about the possibility that, I guess, Jews and Romans had subverted the early version of the Bible and created their own Messiah in a sense, like someone else besides Jesus. And it kind of refers more to like Titus, if anybody knows that particular character is within that time frame. Um, he was made out to be, I guess, a little bit of a savior. I don't know if it was actually for Jews in that particular matter. But anyways, like go watch that particular flick because it's very interesting in the sense that it gives you a different perspective on whether or not the Christian belief has been subverted, whether by Jews or Romans, I'm not too sure. Like you can draw your own conclusion from that particular documentary. I'm not even saying that it's true, just make up your own mind. But it explores the idea that, maybe there's a fabrication about Jesus. And I'm not saying Jesus wasn't a real person because, like, I think there's enough accounts of Jesus for that to, be a true thing that actually happened. But some of the other elements that might have been added to it by some of the authors of the, I would say, New Testament, um, a lot of them, there was lots of weird correlations between the First Testament or the Old Testament and the New Testament. People draw correlations from Joseph and Jesus, quite a few different characters actually. But there are some strong correlations between the two, and some say that the New Testament is actually a little bit of a copy and paste with new characters. Like I said, take what you want out of that. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying what the documentary says. So I'm not going to tell you any more about it, but go watch it if you want to go see it. It's called Caesar's Messiah. I think it's very interesting and it adds perspective to the story. It's not to change your mind, it's just to give you an idea that maybe what we've been taught is not entirely straightforward. And maybe so you can question other bits of, what are we actually protecting whenever it comes to Holy Land, Israel or Zion, whatever you want to call it. I know it's a big deal within the Christian faith to protect Zion and, see Zion as a holy place. But being real from a modern perspective, analyzing the current situation, how even Israel treats us, the United States, even though we're giving them money, while they kill literally civilians and, this group that they created named Hamas, which Alex Jones came out the other day and said, that's all true. He said that I played it last night on the show, by the way. I played everything that Alex Jones is saying, or at least what I'm telling you he said. I played it last night on the show if you want to go check for yourself. It's also in my feed if you want to go back that far. Um, on X. He said that Netanyahu helped create Hamas. WikiLeaks backs this up. Um, and it was a way for them to commit genocide, bomb certain areas, and feel free to. I mean, we're not getting any type of confirmation that anybody is Hamas whenever they attack people. All we end up hearing at the end of the day is that, well, there was a bunch of people that were crowding up for food or on food trucks, and they get called to evacuate, and then they get bombed immediately after. So, I mean, if Israel wants to start revealing, I mean, I'm sure there probably has already been some fake videos put out, but if they want to show this Hamas group doing something, I mean, we also have Netanyahu saying that Iran is creating ballistic missiles that can reach the United States now, which I might go ahead and jump over into since I'm talking about it. But we got a brief idea of the Saturn death cult. I didn't mean to talk about it for so long. Yeah, just call it the Saturn death cult. I don't think it's called the Saturnalia death cult. Yeah, same thing. Concept has also gained traction in online communities where it is discussed in relation to conspiracy theories. The Chiliad mystery and the symbolism of the cube, often drawing connections between ancient myths, religious symbolism, and modern occultism. Some interpretations suggest that the Saturn cult represents a distortion of pagan worship, where planetary deities like Saturn are symbolically linked to figures such as Moloch, associated with child sacrifice. There's also Kronos. Wait, did I say that right? I want to say it was Kronos. Chrono. Is it Kronos, maybe? I think Kronos was the god of time, wasn't it? I think it was Kronos. Did I spell that right? We got. Look at this. We got Saturn devouring his sun. So, wait. Who's Saturn based on? I want to say Saturn was based on Kronos or something. Didn't Cronus become Saturn? Can you just fucking tell me? Yeah, Cronus was identified with the Roman deity Saturn. Okay, why was that so hard? Why didn't you just say that from the beginning? I don't know why the AI randomly prompts for certain that's definitely a question right there. So I don't know why it didn't usually whenever I ask questions, it will automatically give me an answer. All right, so Cronus is Saturn. That's what I thought. That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to figure out. So remember in Roman mythology, well, actually in Greek mythology, Cronus converted into Saturn, and Cronus was a god that devoured his own children. So let's go back to this real quick. What was that? No, that's not what I want. Damn it. Cronus devouring his own children. In Greek mythology, Cronus, the Titan king and god of time, devoured his own children out of fear that a prophecy foretold he would be overthrown by one of them. So, this is kind of interesting, actually. I've been writing a story for a long time. Been debating about whenever I want to reveal that story. But there are some interesting correlations. One of the characters that I used was actually, I think, one of the sons of Cronus. I don't want to give it away, though. I mean, I guess I kind of did, didn't I? Damn it, I keep doing that. Out of fear that prophecy foretold he would be overthrown by one of them. Hold up, I want to see this real quick. Damn it, I hate being like a curious son of a bitch. Titan King and God of Time devoured his own children out of fear that a prophecy foretold he would be overthrown by one of them. Just as he had overthrown his father Uranus, according to the myth, Cronus swallowed each of his children, Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon, as they were born to prevent this fate. His wife Rhea managed to save their sixth child, Zeus, by hiding him on the island of Crete and deceiving Cronus by offering him a stone wrapped in swaddling clothes to swallow instead. After Zeus grew to adulthood, he forced Cronus to disgorge his swallowed siblings, leading to a 10-year war in which the Olympians, led by Zeus, defeated the Titans and imprisoned them in Tartarus. The myth symbolizes the destructive nature of time and the end of the Golden Age, a period of peace and prosperity ruled by Cronus. Interesting. The story has also been interpreted psychologically, with figures like Carl Jung viewing it as a representation of the struggle between the present and the future, and Sigmund Freud noting its connection to paternal fears and Oedipal complex. What's that? Well, the character wasn't listed as his children, so that makes me kind of curious. Like, it might have been Kronos. So I want to say Kronos is a different. Well, no, I don't know. That's the. It's spelled so many different ways, it gets on my nerves. It's the same god. Okay. Yeah. Everybody just keeps spelling it different ways. Retards. Oedipus complex. Psychoanalytic theory. Oedipus. Complex's son's sexual attitude towards his mother. What? Ew, dude. Bro. Carl Jung, are you projecting or what? That's gross, man. You thought your mom was hot? Carl Jung had a Oedipal complex? That's gross, dude. Did I even read this out loud? Yeah, I think it did. Oedipus complex's son's sexual attitude towards his mother and concomitant hostility towards his father. That's weird. I'm just done. Alright, let's move on to the news, guys. It only takes something stupid like that. US CDC chief out after weeks in role, challenges ouster as four top officials resign. That's interesting. Yeah, I want to say RFK actually fired her. Remember that correctly from earlier. Trump administration moves to tighten duration of visas for students and media. Interesting, considering he wants to let 600,000 Chinese students in, which you might as well just get them their own school. Because, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't like how minorities are subverting white people in the sense that they get a bunch of extra benefits over white people. And I'm not even someone that used to speak this way. Like, I'm someone that used to be all inclusive towards all races and everything else. But the more I see the imbalance and even disposition of a lot of white kids now, the more I'm just kind of like, okay, bro, something's got to give. You have to be fair. And also, I think we should get to a point where if people are not going to be fair anymore, we just need to go ahead and sue for discrimination. It's already illegal. Go ahead and do it. Don't hold back anymore, America. Just go ahead and do it. Do it now. Sue the fuck out of them. Because, I mean, they're doing it to you whenever they can. I mean, a lot of times they can't because we do things the right way, because we don't want to go to jail, and they're getting out of jail. They get a get out of jail free card a lot of the time now. So, naturally, and it's sick. There was actually a study that I came across yesterday. We might get to it if I'm fast enough. Let me get through all this stuff, guys. Planned visit by a U.S. envoy sparks protest in southern Lebanon, which Lebanon was bombed again by Israel today, guys. Planned visit by U.S. envoy sparks protests in southern Lebanon. Bro, come on over. Let's have a chat. Like, we need to talk to the Lebanese. I'm sure they don't like being bombed by Israel. So come on over, bro. Like, I want to hear what you have to say. Like, I'm sure anyone that's fighting for, I guess, just peace in the region, like Trump said, he said he wanted Middle Eastern peace. Like, where the hell is that at? Like, for fuck's sake, where is that at? This is why so many people are falling off with Trump right now. I'm giving him till the end of the year. I've said that many times on the channel. But yeah, you got to do better, Trump. You have to change this around in some way. You have to be harsher against Netanyahu, whether you like it or not, because you're going to run your chances in 2026 if you don't. Like, even getting a rest of our own deep state here is not going to be enough now, because this has been going on for too long now, and we don't get anything from Israel. Supposedly we get peace, but it's just kind of like, bro, they didn't even do a lot of the, nuclear site bombings like we had to. Like, this country is so dependent on us, they can't even make their own bombing runs that way. Like, what the hell? All right, moving on. Abbott signs make Texas healthy again. Laws alongside RFK Jr. Been some scrutiny against RFK Jr. lately, as he's backtracked on certain things that I think a lot of the MAGA and MAHA bases were expecting from him. But he tends to be on track still, so I try to, give people a little bit of leeway before I cut them off entirely. That's what I'm doing with Trump and RFK as of right now. Maybe there's something I don't know and they're doing certain things for a certain reason. But at the same time, I'm still going to call it out whenever I see it, which is what I do on the channel. ICE asked for access to Chicago area Navy base to assist operations. Cool, cool. Still waiting to see what they're going to do in Tennessee. Tennessee was one of the 19 states that was listed for broad immigration enforcement coming here soon. Hopefully very soon, because I don't think these immigrants are scared at all. I think a lot of them think they're going to be protected. And I think the Trump administration has allowed them to think that. He hasn't been hard enough on these judges. He has not gone after them in meaningful ways. He did that one judge that was actually harboring an illegal, but that was like a little too cut and dry to avoid. Ford recalls more than 355,000 pickup trucks over instrument display failure on the dashboard. Yeah, those tablet dashboards, I don't think those are very smart. I think we need to like have better. I don't know. They just go out eventually. It's just stupid. CDC Director Susan Monarez is out after less than a month on the job, and other agency leaders resign. Yeah, that's not a good sign. It makes you kind of think that if people are going to resign with her, that looks suspicious. That looks like sleepers that, or maybe even aid workers for her. I don't know, but I guess did RFK pick her or did Trump pick her? I'm not too sure. I don't feel like asking that question right now. I'm going to go off in a different rabbit hole if I do. FBI probes Minnesota school shooting as domestic terrorism and anti-Catholic hate crime. That's good. Wow. That's the first time we've seen that, anti-Catholic. I don't like where it says Catholic though. It should say anti-Christian hate. Like I hate even dividing Catholics from Christian. I mean, I know they are pretty different. Like I grew up as a Protestant, so I understand the staunch differences. Um, but at the same time, I would rather it say anti-Christian just so that covers the whole broad group of Christians, not just Catholics. Otherwise, I'll just start saying, okay, you're anti-Protestant. And maybe that's the way to go. And sometimes actually division is good for debate. It kind of helps shows the other group's flaws in very staunch, drastic manners. So, if you guys want to keep dividing, we'll just keep on seeing who we are even more and more. And that shows us that we're probably better than you. uh, and I mean that through a value sense. I don't mean that through a supremacist sense. Like, whenever I argue for being better than something else, it's usually through a value standpoint. It's not through, physical attributes. It's not through, any type of racial anything. I'm a value supremacist. Let me put it that way. That's probably the best way to put it. Just because I think that the highest form of ethics is kind of like what's called divinity values. Divinity values are the highest ethical priority. If we want to live in a spiritual world, that's where I like to put my heart. But, I will gladly admit that I'm not perfect in any type of way. I'm not even good at following a lot of what might be considered divinity values. I do accept my humanness, but also I don't consider everything that I do that's human to be evil. I think that as long as you don't hurt other people, as long as you don't intentionally try to um, undermine someone, be evil to them in weird, wicked ways, that's what we're searching for. We want to be good to each other. We want to live in a humane world where we all cherish each other's lives, protect each other. Otherwise, we're just out there stabbing each other. But, you know, it'd be cool to see a lot of Catholics jump over the fence to Protestantism, because that's how you say it. Um, just due to the fact that, well, a lot of Protestants were a Protestant, protest to the Catholic Church. And a lot of it was seeking out higher ethical values. So just look at the evolution of values throughout Christianity, and also even note the certain portions in time that Christianity started to evolve out of the darker portions of it. The earlier portions, which might be more, I guess, Judaic or Semitic tribes, Canaanite religions that kind of helped fuel a lot of it. You know, it takes quite a bit of history to know how all of these things are interrelated. And just remember, you know, even while we're like playing, you know, Assassin's Creed Odyssey today, a lot of that world is very close to each other. You know, the Greeks, you know, they were sailing all over the place. You know, I'll show you in the game too. That's basically what you do to get around to each island. You sail to each island. And yeah, I mean that was just part of their life. And, you know, they would hop around to different islands all the time and it was just a normal everyday occurrence. It's pretty cool if you ask me. I mean, it'd be cool if we still had stuff like that, but everything's so locked down now. It feels like we're not very free anymore. But anyways, just my point with that. A lot of that world is very close to each other. The Greeks, they sailed down to Cyprus and, you know, Palestine. I don't know what it would have been considered at the time. Maybe Judah at the time. I'm not sure. I can't remember what cities what we know what time period, but they all did kind of correlate with each other. I mean, you had a lot of the Greek philosophers actually go down to Egypt to study, believe it or not. I think it was like Pythagoras went down to Egypt. He learned a lot and developed a lot of methods through that. He's also in the Assassin's Creed game, you know, Odyssey. Anyways, let's keep on moving. I got a bunch of stuff to keep going. 2 dead, over a dozen hurt in shooting at Catholic shooting in Minneapolis. Shooter contained. I've heard that he was a trans shooter, by the way. Denmark summons U.S. envoy after report of Americans carrying out influence operations in Greenland. Interesting. Anyways, let's move on over to this. Let's talk about some of these stories. Trump demands RICO charges on George and Alex Soros for funding protests. Woo! Oh, baby! Fuck yeah! I'm sorry, y'all. Updated 3 hours ago. I missed this today. Holy shit. President Trump is officially going after George Soros and his equally radical son for funding violent riots in the U.S. RICO charges incoming. Donald Trump says George Soros and his wonderful radical left son should be charged with RICO because of their support of violent protests and much more all throughout the United States of America. We're not going to allow these lunatics to rip apart America anymore, never giving it so much as a chance to breathe and be free. Soros and his group of psychopaths have caused great damage to our country. That includes his crazy West Coast friends. Be careful, we're watching you. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Well, that's great. Where's your call out to Netanyahu, dude? You could end this shit in Gaza any fucking day. He could send in SEAL Team 6 and lock this shit down any fucking day. He already said he was going to take over Gaza, guys. He could fucking do it. Just do it already. We own that fucking country, basically. We fund everything. Maybe not everything, but just about. Just fucking do it. Take it for Christians. Let Christians show you how to rule this fucking land. Like Jews can live there, Christians, Muslims, just like Trump said. Make it Trump Gaza, like he fucking said, man. Where's that fucking video? Let's watch it real quick. It was only 6 months ago that he said that, so maybe I'm gonna get on this train because this might be what ends this bullshit. Where's the video? No. Show me the video. Where's the AI? This is it. Trump is insane. He posted this video. That's what she said, not me.
sea, no more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza number one. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden future, a brand new light. Feast and dance, the deal is done. Trump Gaza number one.
That picture with Trump and Netanyahu, uh-uh. That's the one thing that's just like horrible about that video. But I just think it would be so much of a better place if Christians, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm completely wrong about that, because like I'm not trying to root for Zionists in any type of way. Like I'm not trying to say that, you know, I'm not trying to say that we should promote Zionism for that reason. And I'm not even saying we should promote it at all. Like I'm more or less like just making the point that maybe they aren't the chosen people of God. I'll just outright say it. Maybe Christians are God's people. Like I've been told my entire life. Like something I never really talked about my entire life were Jews. I've talked more about Jews in the past, ever since October 7th, I think 2023, than I have in my entire life. I've heard it way more. And you know what's weird is that at first I was like very I separated it, you know, like I separated um and which, you know, I know like not all Jews like are the same with Zionists. Like I know there's a lot of anti-Zionist Jews. I already started the show that way. But yeah, I just think that there is a separation between definitely modern Christians versus Talmudic Jews. You know, people, which actually I'm just going to go ahead and bring this up real quick. I mean, it's pretty clear this is in the Talmud. From Stu Peters, he's a journalist. I know some people don't respect him, but you know, he speaks against it. A Jew may have sex with a child as long as the child is less than 9 years. So I guess from 3 to 9 years old, they can have sex with a child, and then after that, they can't. It's really fucked up and weird. And that's from the Talmud. I don't want to get Stu Peters. Let's get something else. In the Talmud, pedophilia is condoned. Not my words. It is in the Talmud. Dershowitz, who was a regular visitor of Epstein's pedo island, would like Trump to pardon child trafficking Ghislaine Maxwell. That was June 8th. I missed that. I don't remember Dershowitz saying that, but I'm not surprised. The Talmud allows for pedophilia and rape of non-Jews. This is among their main holy books. Yeah, right here. Mishnah, a girl who is 3 years and 1 day old, whose father arranged her betrothal, is betrothed through intercourse, as the halachic status of intercourse with her is that of intercourse in all halachic senses. And in a case where the childless husband of I don't want to read the rest of it. I'm grossed out. In Delaware, the age of consent was 10 years old until 1871, when it was lowered to 7 years old. What the F? I hate people, y'all. I seriously hate people. I don't know. I love this world. I love this universe. I love God. I love Well, I love all the good people. Let me put it that way. I hate evil people. That's what I meant to say. I'm gonna get away from this page now. I'm done here. We've seen enough. Go research it for yourself if you don't believe me. Price cuts are likely coming to the housing market. The number of new single-family homes for sale jumped to 511,000. I'm sorry, 511,000. 511,000. That's what I meant to say. In June, the highest since October 2007. Since the 2020 low, the number of new homes on the market has risen by 230,000 or 82%. That's a pretty heavy climb. It got that high in 2008? Damn. Well, we might be seeing the breaking point here soon if that's the case. Yeah. The way this line is going up, I mean, it is due to come down soon. That's good. That's good news. Benjamin Netanyahu warns that Iran is building a nuclear missiles capable of striking the United States with the intent to use them.
They're developing now ballistic missiles that can reach deep into the heart of Europe. Their plan is to develop the next thing is an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile that will reach 8,000 kilometers. You add another 3,000 and they can reach New York. Where are you broadcasting from, by the way?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, they can reach Florida, Fort Lauderdale, New York, Washington, Boston, and after that, any other city in the United States. And they intend to put nuclear warheads on these ballistic missiles. So this is a fact. And the main fact that I want to say is that we're fighting in many ways the war of the West, the war of Western civilization against these barbarians. And our victory will be your victory. They're developing now ballistic missiles that can reach deep into the heart of Europe. Their plan is to develop the next thing is an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile that will reach 8,000 kilometers.
I gotta turn on music for this guy.
So that little coke fiend Zelensky, that dude's gonna get Epstein. You're never gonna believe the shit Ukraine did. Ukraine blew up
Play the fucking
pipeline
song.
that feeds
Sorry.
Hungary, a nation in NATO, oil pipeline to Hungary from Russia because a whole fuckload of NATO countries get their oil from Russia. That's why you can't even have those fucking countries can't have a fight with Russia. Because Russia could just turn off the oil and then all your people would freeze to death. Like it's heating oil and it's machinery and it's your economy. Like and fucking Ukraine just blew up Hungary's fucking pipeline. Like they're with NATO. Does this idiot not know what team he's on? Like this is so fucking batshit wild. And then Zelensky came out and he said NATO needs to give him $1 billion a month. Zelensky needs $1 billion a month to continue to lose the war. I don't know what world this dude fucking lives in. Like he also said he's not going to give up any land to Russia. Russia already has it, motherfucker! Yeah, the whole fucking east side of Ukraine, that shit is fully under Russian control. And those are all Russian-speaking people. Yeah, that's historically all Russian land. That's why Russia went in there in the first place, because Ukraine was abusing and murdering and oppressing Russian people that were living in the eastern part of Ukraine. Dude, they're not... What the fuck is going on? Like, Trump even said, you got no fucking cards. NATO can't back him up. The EU and all that shit, dude, they are fucking crumbling. The UK is on the brink of all-out fucking riots because women can't even go outside without getting fucking attacked and raped by Muslim men. Dude, the shit is off the fucking chain in Europe, and we are about to see some massive moves, some massive collapse because they've pushed the regular people to the breaking point. I don't know if that's the point or if they're just so fucking inept they can't manage something like a country. But this shit with Russia and Ukraine, like Trump said, he's gonna cut them off.
He's just going to cut them off, and there's going to be no more money and no more guns, and you're just fucked and you're on your own. And then Russia says they're just going to keep going until they remove Zelensky. And what other options does Russia have?
All right, shut up. We get it.
Last month, the Department of Defense was made aware.
It's 2 minutes long. And actually from him.
Last month, the Department of Defense was made aware of an Obama-Biden-era legacy program called Digital Escorts. For nearly a decade, Microsoft has used Chinese coders, remotely supervised by U.S. contractors, to support sensitive DoD cloud systems. The program was designed to comply with contracting rules, but it exposed the department to unacceptable risk. I mean, if you're thinking America first and common sense, this doesn't pass either of those tests. So I initiated an immediate review of this vulnerability, and I want to report our initial findings. So the use of Chinese nationals to service Department of Defense cloud environments, it's over. We've issued a formal letter of concern to Microsoft documenting this breach of trust, and we're requiring a third-party audit of Microsoft's digital escort program, including the code and the submissions by Chinese nationals. This audit will be free of charge for U.S. taxpayers.
Also, you might
I'm also tasking the Department of Defense experts with a separate investigation of the digital escort program and the Chinese Microsoft employees that were involved in it. These investigations will help us determine the impact of this digital escort workaround. Did they put anything in the code that we didn't know about? We're going to find out. Additionally, all Department of Defense software vendors will identify and terminate any Chinese involvement in DoD systems. It blows my mind that I'm even saying these things. It's such common sense that we ever allowed it to happen. That's why we're attacking it so hard. We expect vendors doing business with the Department of Defense to put U.S. national security ahead of profit maximization. I'm committed, like the president is, to ensuring that our national security networks are secure. Again, it's America first, and it's common sense. This never should have happened in the first place, but once we found out about it, we've attacked it aggressively from the beginning, and we're going to follow all the way through the tape to make sure that...
That's good. All right, new policy on this show, though. America only. I've already said it probably a million times. I might even add it to like my little scroll bar real quick, just because I mean it. That's how much I mean it. America only. Biatch. Wait, that's not right. There we go. Hopefully that will actually show up. It just restarted. I have to wait. All right, I'll come back. Tariff revenue is about to reach $500 billion per Secretary Bessent. We're on our way to $1 trillion.
See a bigger jump from August to September. So I think we could be on our way well over $500 billion, maybe towards $1 trillion number. This administration, your administration, has made a meaningful dent in the budget deficit. The average budget deficit during this term is 26% less than the last 12 months under Biden. And even the CBO, and we don't agree with CBO on everything, as you said, last Friday, on a summer Friday, had to admit that they believe over the next 10 years, the budget deficit will be $4 trillion lower than they had previously scored. $4 trillion, 3.3 trillion of tariff income, 700 billion of lower interest costs, and I would expect that number could go up from here. So, Mr. President, your return to the White House marked the return of the American worker. Thank you for reclaiming Labor Day for the American people. You're growing the economy for everyone.
Anyways. Oh yeah, this guy says that Biden was killed a few years ago, I guess. And a lot of the people, I guess it's borderline Q, but it also goes a little bit further than Q. saying that Biden was executed years ago or something like that. I've heard this theory a few different times. I mean, feel free to go watch the video. I'm not going to play it on here. It's on my feed. That's why I'm telling you. Things are about to get real. Trump says they are going to seek the death penalty for anyone who commits murder in D.C. He says this is a strong preventative. If this was the standard nationwide, murder rates would plummet. D.C. will be the blueprint. Yeah, we just don't want to normalize federal troops in our cities. That's not cool. Not that I should have to tell you that, but like most people would agree with me. I said reverse trolling, LOL. Benny Johnson says breaking Republican leader of the California Assembly is introducing a resolution to split California into 2 states. The people of inland California have been overlooked for too long. It's time for a 2-state solution. Republican Assembly leader James Gallagher plans to unveil the proposal at a Wednesday press conference, calling it a response to Gavin Newsom's push to redraw congressional maps. Cool. Yeah, that would put all the populated areas into 1 state and then create a new state for all the rural folks. I always hate that word. Do you live in a rural area? It sounds strange. I don't like it. Rural. Are you in a rural area? Being silly, guys. Alright, so this is some of the backwards logic. In Pakistan, a woman was raped, and instead of arresting the rapist, the Sharia council decided that the rapist's sister should be raped by the victim's brother. So stupid. The innocent teenage girl was publicly raped in front of 40 people in a practice called revenge rape in Sharia law. It's not racist to acknowledge that this culture is not compatible with the West. Yeah, staunch differences. Just imagine how feminists would react if that started actually being enforced, which I would not be surprised with some of these mosques popping up. That maybe that is a thing. Revenge rape. And it's not even the fucking people that was raped. It's like, what the fuck? Like, his brother just gets, like, free sex and, like, gets to ruin this other woman's life? Like, what the fuck? Like, he wasn't even involved. Like, what the actual fuck? Oh my god. Rod D. Martin. Oops, John Bolton might finally be in even bigger legal trouble. The FBI raid on his home and office isn't just about his book. Sources say the investigation is far more expansive, and Bolton could face multiple criminal charges. I didn't actually explore this thread. I wanted to, that's why I posted it, but Bolton's 2020 book was stuffed with what had to be classified info. Judge Royce Lamberth said Bolton gambled with the national security of the United States. You don't just get to walk off with classified information, much less publish it. It's a felony. After Bolton started attacking Trump, the Biden DOJ dropped the case. No charges, of course. But now the case is reopened. FBI raids his home and office. Warrants reportedly based on CIA evidence gathered overseas. Espionage Act violations on the table. Bolton's legal nightmare. Drafts of his book still contain voluminous, unedited, classified material. Let's come buy his book, see what the hell it is. Share with his agent, publisher, lawyer equals possible unlawful dissemination. If true, huge Espionage Act violations. That's not just a fine, that's years of prison. He might have his hair dyed pink by the time he gets out of jail. We'll just have to see. Bolton's allies are freaked. NBC's Chuck Todd, Olivia Troy, and Rolling Stone hacks who cheered the Mar-a-Lago raid now cry authoritarianism. Funny, when Trump was the target, they crowd that no one is above the law. But for Bolton, fascism. I like this dude's post. Usually very neatly written, short and to the point. Meanwhile, DOJ grand juries are probing NYAG Letitia James, Rep. Adam Schiff. Obama officials who tried to overthrow Trump after 2016. Damn, 2026 is next year. It's already been 10 years of this shit. Oh my god. Swamp's finally beginning to face equal justice. Yeah, we'll see. I'm still waiting on it. Every day it just feels like a joke, a really bad joke. Attorney Jason Kander admits even if Bolton isn't convicted, the legal process itself is devastating. $500,000 in legal fees, financial ruin. That's what Democrats gleefully did, not just to Trump, but thousands of others. Now they say it's fascism. Oh well. Bolton cashed in on his access. He leaked, he lied. Now the FBI says his problems go far beyond his book. Accountability is here, and the Never Trump crowd is choking on their own hypocrisy. Anyways. RFK just revealed he has found the causes of autism from yesterday.
Bobby, autism, if I could just, I don't want to go too long because we have a lot of people, but the autism is such a tremendous horror show, what's happening in our country and some other countries, but mostly our country. How are you doing on that?
We are doing very well. We will have announcements as promised in September. We're finding certain interventions now that are clearly, almost certainly causing autism. And we're going to be able to address those in September.
It's such a big day. I'm looking forward to that day because there's something wrong when you see the kind of numbers that you have today versus 20 years ago. And those numbers, what are those numbers, Bob?
In 1970, the biggest epidemiological study in history was done in Wisconsin. They looked at 900,000 children, and they were looking for autism. They knew what it looked like, and they were very, very precise about it, and they found an incident rate of 0.7, in other words, less than 1 per every 10,000 children. Today, our most recent numbers are 1 in every 31 kids. It's probably actually much worse than that because California, which has the best collection system, is reporting 1 out of every 19 children, now American children, as autism, 1 in every 12.5 boys. So it's gone from less than 1 in 10,000 in 1970 to 1 in 12.5 boys today.
Those numbers. So there has to be something artificially causing this, meaning a drug or something. And I know you're looking very strongly at different things, and I hope you can come out with that as soon as possible.
We will.
So 1 in 10,000, and now it's 1 in 31 or 34 or 12 if it's a boy. Can you imagine that? 1 in 12. That's for a boy.
1 in every 12.5 boys.
It's not even believable that that could be. And that was 1 in 10,000 not so long ago. I've been hearing these numbers, and they get worse and worse every year. There's got to be something. I think there's nothing, including favored nations and everything else, there's nothing that can be, if you can find out the reason that that's happening, and I know we're gonna do some things. I think we maybe know the reason, and I look forward to that press conference, to be with you in that press conference. It's going to be a great thing. Thank you, Bobby. You're doing a great job. Bobby, autism, if I could.
Howard Lutnick reveals he will now seek to have the United States federal government own a portion of the patents currently owned by universities as a result of new inventions.
We have given tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars to universities for them to do research, and they invent things. And you know who owns those patents? The universities. So we are going to make a deal with them all which is if we give them the money, don't you think it's fair that the United States of America and the taxpayers who funded it get a piece of that, right? So we wrote a letter to Harvard, so Linda and I working together. I mean, it's so much fun to work with everybody here. I mean, we just have a blast, you know, because Linda's hitting Harvard and she says, what can we do? And now we send them a patent letter and we'll hit them again. So we're having fun together. This is the greatest cabinet working for the greatest president, and I just want to say thank you. I'm having the time of my life working for you, Mr. President. Thank you. Patents. We have given tens.
Clinton Soros, USAID connection, Hillary Obama and his thugs engineered. He ran the ops. Soros set up the censorship and protest riots through Open Foundation and other NGOs and activist groups. USAID was the bridge to take taxpayer dollars and move the money to make.
And we get a sense of just how large the Obama-Biden weaponization machinery was. I know you've been reading this. You've done your own great work on this. How bad was this weaponization?
It was unbelievable. And at Just the News, you guys just put up this piece, 10 Most Important Revelations about the Obama-Biden era of weaponization. And it's a fantastic kind of rundown of all of the vast abuses that took place. To me,
if you guys want to go watch this video, go watch it. It's 10 minutes long. That's the reason I'm not going to play any more of it. It's also on my feed if you want to go find it. But it looks like it's interesting. I actually have not even seen it yet myself, so I might watch it after the show. Hey, Israel justice may be slow, but it never sleeps. Putin warns Israel after hospital strike in Gaza.
Today the world witnesses yet another crime. 4 journalists among 15 innocent souls murdered in a strike on a hospital in Gaza. A hospital where people sought safety became a graveyard. And Israel thinks it can hide behind excuses, but no excuse can wash away blood spilled on the beds of the wounded. I give this warning clearly. Russia does not forget. Those who target journalists, those who bomb hospitals are writing their own history of shame. The world sees. Israel must decide. Does it want to live as part of humanity, or as an outcast that even its allies will one day abandon? We will not stay silent while war crimes are justified as defense. Do you think the cries of mothers will vanish into the air? No. They echo across the globe, louder than your bombs. You silence journalists, but their words will live longer than your rockets. You destroy hospitals, but you cannot destroy the truth. And let me tell you, the patience of nations has limits, and once broken, consequences are inevitable. So take this as a warning. The world is watching, and Russia will not forget who turned Gaza's hospitals into cemeteries. Remember, justice may be slow, but it never sleeps.
Is there a community note? No? I guess he actually said that then. If he didn't say that, you know community notes would be all over that. I'm launching an investigation into Gerber, Plum Organics, and other baby food manufacturers for selling products tainted with dangerous levels of heavy metals. From General Ken Paxton. Attorney General, my bad. Rod D. Martin says Elon Musk just offered to help fund legal action against UK officials who aided and abetted the rape of Britain. Yes, you read that right. For years, authorities covered up Pakistani grooming gangs who preyed on young girls. Musk says enough. There's a thread. I'm not going to get into that right now. Covered enough pedophilia junk today, and I hate even having to put the shit on my show. He makes a good point. Rapid response, 47, man wanted in connection with an armed carjacking, says he's been in and out of DC jail 6 times. They release me, it's the same thing every time, and I think he only gets out I don't know, a day later or maybe even a few hours later. Groundbreaking study reveals racial bias in jury convictions.
And so when we break down this study, we find that black juries have a 12% conviction rate against black defendants versus a 59% against whites. So that indicates that there is a 47% interracial bias when you have black jurors. White juries have a 33% conviction rate against white defendants versus a 26% against blacks, which actually demonstrates a negative 7% interracial bias, meaning whites are more likely to convict their co-racial group than they are to convict somebody across racial lines. Whereas black juries have a, again, 12% conviction rate against their own and a 59% conviction rate against white people. And so when we break...
Why do people keep adding, like, I don't know if that's like a copyrighted song, but I hope it's not. Because I'm never prepared for, like, someone to add, like, a song onto their video. Like, sometimes I have to cover it up with my own songs. Like, it just pisses me off because I have to, like, be prepared for it, because otherwise it will flag it on YouTube and other shitty platforms that I still use for unknown... I don't even know why, actually. I don't even feel like they even show my shit to anybody, so I'm just like, why am I using them? I feel like half the time it's just like a backup just in case like Rumble goes down or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually once there's like 10 other options available. I want it so bad. I want like 5 other Rumble alternatives. I want 5 other X alternatives, Facebook alternatives, etc. Like, we need to, like, replace this shit. American physician assistant who has worked in cardiology for 8 years says, I've never seen so many echoes denied like I have this year. She says health insurance companies are denying routine scans at rates like never before, making it harder to appeal. I'm not going to get into that video. It's 8 minutes right now. Only sick fucks would develop an AI tool called Where is Daddy? Let's start this game. I'm gonna get it started in the background.
Where is Daddy? And according to this reporting in 972, again, based on what Israeli military officials told these journalists, it's easier to kill somebody when they're home than it is when they're out in the street. So this AI will monitor the location of your cell phone, your smartphone, and when it arrives at the location that's been determined to be your residence, then there will be a ping to the guy who can target your house and bring it down. I guess whoever came up with this name, Where's Daddy, thought that many of them would be fathers. And that's why it's called Where's Daddy. When they reach their homes, Daddy's home,
sorry,
and then the entire house and everybody in it could be blown up. Where's Daddy? And according to...
Got Ubisoft. But yeah, these sick fucks are, I guess, finding people with AI, and it's called Where's Daddy? And it literally kills them and their family all at once. Oh my god. Dear God in heaven. Please do something. Dear God in heaven, please, 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 please do something. Like, this is sick, and I don't want to watch it every single day. And if Trump really wants to get into heaven, maybe, just maybe, he should reconsider his loyalty. Okay? Alright, anyways. Didn't you say that? Didn't Trump say something about that? Let's see. I want to say he said something like that. I want to try and get to heaven if possible. Here I'm not doing well. Here I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole. Did he really say that? I don't remember him saying all of that.
Just want to end it. I want to end it. You know, we're not losing American lives. We're not losing American soldiers. We're losing Russian and Ukrainian, mostly soldiers. Some some people as missiles hit wrong spots or get lobbed into cities like Kiev and towns. But, if I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well. I hear I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole. But if I can get to heaven, this will be one of the reasons. Well, I think I saved a lot of lives with India, Pakistan. They were going at it. The planes were.
What about Gaza?
It was going to be maybe a nuclear war if I let that go, and I did that through trade. Just want to end it.
Download's almost done.
We're not losing American lives. We're not losing American soldiers. We're losing Russian and Ukrainian, mostly soldiers. Some people as missiles hit wrong spots or get lobbed into cities like Kiev and towns. But,
Booby soft.
7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well. I hear I'm really at the bottom of the totem pole.
I mean, I think we should all do better. I know I want to do better. I think that's why I've been incorporating more spiritualism back into my life, just because I do want to do better. Honestly, I hate having to be nasty with people, but I just think that there's so much evil nastiness in the world. It's almost like you have to show people the opposite, or even mirror them in some sense so they can see themselves. Because a lot of times whenever they see evil in someone else, they can recognize it and then begin to self-adjust. Not always. There's some people that just don't learn. They're resistant to learning. Alright, I got the game finally starting up. This. Thought I was gonna have to click it, but it did it on its own. Smart game. Israeli media reports that air defense is costing Israel $285 million per day. Don't worry, Americans with no healthcare will pay. Sophie of Dundee, a 14-year-old girl exposes Britain's broken promise to protect its children from a muse. I thought that was a good headline. That it is exposing that. We've, at least the people paying attention, known about it for several months, at least, or maybe even a year. If you've been following Tommy Robinson, he talks about it quite a bit. Oh, damn. These new headphones, squeeze my head. FBI whistleblowers Garrett O'Boyle and Steve Friend have been reinstated. Thank you to Director Kash Patel, Deputy Director Dan Bongino, and Power Oversight and Senator Chuck Grassley for making this happen. Alright, let's get to some of today's stuff real quick before the game starts. CDC Director Susan Menarez has just been ousted by RFK.
And Rich, some big news out of the CDC tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Health and Human Services is announcing that the director of the CDC is out. This is just a few weeks after she was confirmed. Susan Menarez is leaving. Also, this is on top of Reuters now reporting that several others at the CDC have issued their resignation letters. The reasoning is unclear, though. The New York Times is reporting it was over differences with Secretary Kennedy on vaccine policy. Federal regulators have just approved and limited COVID vaccines for Americans. That has also put them at odds with some doctors groups who have issued their own recommendation on who should get COVID shots. Brett?
Rich Hansen live on the North Lawn. Rich, thanks.
Brett?
And Rich, some big news out of the CDC tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Health and Human Services is announcing that the director of the CDC is out. This is just a few weeks after she was confirmed. Susan Menarez is leaving. Also, this is on top of Reuters now reporting that several others at the CDC have issued their resignation letters. The reasoning is unclear, though. The New York Times is reporting it was over differences with Secretary Kennedy on vaccine policy. Federal regulators have just approved and limited COVID vaccines for Americans. That has also put them at odds with some doctors groups who have issued their own recommendation on who should get COVID shots. Brett?
Rich Hansen live on the North Lawn. Rich, thanks.
Brett?
And Rich, some big news out of the CDC tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Health and Human Services is announcing that the director of the CDC is out. This is just a few weeks after she was confirmed. Susan Menarez is leaving. Also, this is on top
really appreciate the surge of officers that enhance what MPD has been able to do in this city. The most significant thing that we are highlighting today is the area of crime that was most troubling for us in 2023. Now, we have driven it down over the last years, but I'm going to get my glasses so I can make sure I can see it correctly. But for carjackings, the difference between this period, this 20-day period of this federal surge and last year represents a 87% reduction in carjackings in Washington, D.C. We know that when carjackings go down, when use of gun goes down, when homicide or robbery go down, neighborhoods feel safer and are safer. So this surge has been important to us for that reason.
So it shows your incompetency of why you weren't cracking down on those things and letting things slide for a very long time. Trump sent a chilling message to cartels: we will use every tool, legal, financial, and military, to completely destroy you. U.S. warships are now off Venezuela's coast, which, you know, a lot of people are speculating whether or not that's actually truly for this reason or not. Some people think it's because Maduro is staunchly opposed to Zionism, which I can understand to some degree. But yeah, which I don't know if it goes any further than anti-Zionism. It might be something more hateful. I don't know Maduro well enough. I just remember watching a video like one time talking about, I think, Zionism and how much of a threat it was. It's a deeply broken society. The UK is now in an open uprising against government commission. Hold up, I think I read that wrong. The UK is now in an open uprising after government commission confirms Muslims were put in charge of orphanages UK-wide that operated as mass pedophile brothels. So fucked up, dude. I'm so sick of fucking covering this shit. Leftism is a death cult. The most merciful thing that the large family does to one of its infant members is to kill it. Margaret Sanger. Hillary Clinton says, I admire Margaret Sanger enormously. Her courage, her tenacity, her vision. Which, Hillary Clinton was very pro-abortion, it seemed like. I guess that's the end of my reel. Okay. Well, good. Let's play this game. I'm jumping in right meow. I'm going to close out some of these windows today. I didn't close them out yesterday. I felt like I regretted it later. Okay, let's go. Alright, what are we doing here?
I wonder if the Fry twins... How's it going out there?
Well, no threats in view.
I'm glad we could work together again.
I believe our working methods are compatible.
Thanks for watching our backs, Kiyoshi.
I'll report.
Looks third echelon. Or is it fourth? Too bad we had to leave before we could drink some more caribou.
Oops.
The center of the universe, circa 400 BCE.
Uh-huh. Oh, shit. I'm not reading that. That's way too much. I'm not reading that. Not reading that. Oops. Get out of my face, you weird fly. Like, it was like a white, tiny little microscopic looking fly.
Hier soir,
Stupid ass.
un cambriolage a eu lieu à la basilique cathédrale Notre-Dame de Québec. Heureusement,
I heard
les
Notre
dégâts
Dame.
au bâtiment historique sont minimes. Le secrétariat de la paroisse rapporte que les
I
malfaiteurs...
don't care. Took French class and I don't remember any of it. I'm in one of those moods tonight, guys. I'm in a fuck it mood. I'm in a fuck it mood, I don't want to read it mood. You guys can pause the screen if you want to read this shit. I don't give a boop boop boop. Probably read it 10 years ago. Not 10 years ago. First time I played it was only like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Stop putting so much shit. Hey, Alethea. Oh yeah, I forgot they named the character Alethea. Alethea means truth in Greek. There was a group of people called the Philalethians, which is kind of like similar to a philosopher. Philalethian means a lover of truth. I would probably consider myself a Philalethian. But I guess they probably weren't a very big group or something. Philosophers tended to be... It's the name that kind of caught on. Create a subject. We don't call it Philalethian or Philaletheia. We call it philosophy. Why is there so much shit, bro? Do I have to read this stuff? I really hope I don't. I'm just trying to get all the little exclamation points to go away.
The Lost Book of Herodotus. The Spear of Leonidas. If I didn't work for the assassins, I wouldn't believe it. I'm still not sure I believe it. With a little luck and a lot of research later, we've got ourselves the archaeological find of the century. At least...
Damn it, they're plastic. That means I can't bend them. That sucks. Don't ever buy cheap headphones, guys. I just bought these for temporary. Yeah, that helps a little bit.
I should check my email.
Did I not just check it? I just checked the email. Shut up. I'm getting back in the Animus. This room sucks.
Eagles are fine and all, but...
Shut up. Just seeing if I'm missing anything.
What?
What?
Are you sure you want to go back into the Animus right now? I get the impression you'll be there a long time.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
It's kind of
I'm
my
ready to
thing.
go back to Cassandra. All right. I'll be watching your back.
You'll be staring at me while I'm sitting in a frickin' tube. Or bed, squishy bed thing. You know what's weird about this is like, in like the newer Assassin's Creed games, they don't have the beds anymore. I think like the Animus is like, honestly, I don't even know. Didn't even seem like they had a bed.
My spear is stronger now. The cult won't stand a chance.
Can't get away from the cults, man. Spear level 2? That's good. Wait, did I need to upgrade? Who should we kill first? Level 13, level 14, 29, 17. Well, it looks like you might be first on the list, so Tara. You're a marked woman. And you... Oh, wait, no, that's me. What did I just do? I just clicked the wrong thing. And you, Europa... I thought I killed her. I seriously thought I killed her already. Well, you're gonna be killed. You're also a marked person. Thingy. There we go. I was like, why is it not doing it? There we go. Any other cool stuff we need to level up real quick? Doesn't look like it. Is this even stronger? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Let's go.
Well, Herodotus will be happy. It's clear someone was here far before we were.
I might need to restart the game, I don't know. The sound is kind of cutting out.
No, this place existed.
Maybe it'll clean itself up.
Time to talk! You're not hard to track.
Did you come alone? Are you all right? Alexios, you're alive.
Don't touch me.
Come on, little brother. You have to tell me everything. What's happened to you?
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know you.
Well, I know you. It doesn't matter. There's more important things to argue about.
You're right. Like that stunt you pulled with the artifact. It got my attention, if that's what you wanted.
What? The artifact showed the truth. We're family. And we made it out of Sparta alive.
Yes, it did show the truth. It confirmed what I always knew. You threw me off a fucking mountain.
You think it's that simple? Come on, Alexios. Let's talk about it.
Stop calling me that. I already know what happened that night.
Right. Demos. Now him, I don't know.
He's a demigod. Worshipped and feared by the cult and all the Greek world.
Then why do the cult's bidding?
Have you been paying attention? They're following my lead.
Then make a choice on your own. Help find our mater.
I'm not interested in reunion. I just want to know what you think you're doing.
Same thing as your cult. Looking for Myrine, our mother.
They don't need her.
Your cultists think differently. She's their next target.
If they ever pursued her, it would to kill her. But if you don't know where she is, that means she abandoned you too. How sad.
Even if we were abandoned, we survived. We can go back to the way things were if we can find her.
The cult has no interest in sentimentality or family. Its only aim is control.
I didn't kill Nicholas.
If it's true they're after us, tell them they'll never find Nikolaos. He's off the map. Trust me, I've searched myself.
If I could find you, the other long-lost child of Nikolaos, then I can find him. And when I do, He'll wish he was thrown off that mountain.
I don't care what you think. I'll find Mirini. Do the right thing. Come with me.
What?
We could find her. Together. You could help me.
Oh, you think friendship is the answer? Running around like lost children looking for dear mater. You're so weak.
It's responsibility, not weakness. I won't abandon the whole family just for spite.
Responsibility? Get off your high horse. The cult has a plan, and it won't be interrupted by the likes of you.
I'm going after the cult, you know.
You've seen our numbers. You've seen what I can do. And you still think you stand a chance?
Try me.
So having guts runs in the family, does it? You claim we have the same blood. So let's see what you can do.
We still found each other, brother.
I told you not to touch me.
Demos! Malaka. Herodot won't believe this. I have to tell him what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna restart the game real quick. After it finds a save point, I guess. How do I get back down? Is there an easy way down? I don't know, unless I can get like a loading screen. Maybe that'll fix the little sound gap. I don't hear it now though.
Well, was the legend true? Was it magnificent? What happened to you? And your spear?
Slow down, Herodotos. My spear's stronger now. I can feel it. You were right. There was some kind of artifact there. It showed me a vision. Of me and my mother.
So, the ancient civilization is real. Cassandra, you have no idea the power you possess. All harnessed in Leonidas' spear.
That's not everything. Demos followed me here. The cult's already moving, he told me himself. They're going after us. My family, Pericles.
Why would he tell you? Unless it was a trap.
It doesn't matter. We have to get to Athens to warn Pericles. And we need to find my mother before they do.
Then, we go to the Pnyx. If Pericles is anywhere, he's there.
Restarting real quick. Come on, man, think faster. What are you doing?
now. I should watch my back when I'm here.
I forgot how to make arrows. Oh shit, what the fuck? It started me the opposite direction, what the hell? I don't know, maybe I started the wrong direction, or maybe I ran the other direction, I don't know. Damn it! It as I started too. They were a much higher level, I think. It didn't even tell me the level. Kinda strange. Alright, we're not doing that again. There's no point to it. Just a second.
May draw near to our walls, but we must come together now for the glory of Athens. Glory for you! Friends, please! Just because the Spartans are near our walls does not mean we can act like them. A good crop. Shame the Spartans burned the fields where it grew. The Parthenon, glorious Pericles, but at what cost? How many triremes could we have built instead? We must not become divided. We are divided, and the Spartans are winning. Pericles, or I will.
Things are worse than I feared.
1 second. Too much going on at the same time. I'm gonna pause that. What the hell? Where's that music coming from? I'm so confused right now. Where's that music coming from? Oh. Shit. Did I have 2 sets of music playing that entire time? I don't even know how that started. Weird. Strangeness. I I had a different music player in the background, and I had a different music player opened. That's why I was just like, what in the F is playing? I just paused it. Okay, now we figured out what just happened. It was a internet browser player. That's why it confused me. I was just like, what the fuck? Alright. Oh my gosh, I should probably go to bed before too crazy late, but I need to keep playing for a little bit. Let's keep playing. Damn it, dude, that threw me off. I was looking everywhere. I was like, what in the hell's going on here? Not ever like that. It never keeps playing after I press pause. Okay, enough confusion.
Leon has turned the mob. We have to hurry.
Where?
To Pericles.
Oh, I know what happened. I pressed the play button. What the hell? Okay, so there's a play pause button on this keyboard here, and somehow it started the browser media player. It didn't control my actual media player. That's so weird, bro. Makes my head hurt. Alright, shut up. Are we done? Meet Pericles.
Stay back. She's no threat to Pericles. I assure you.
Ah, Herodotus. It's fine. Let them through.
It's good to see you again, Pericles.
And you as well. I only wish it were under better circumstances. And who's this?
Cassandra.
Welcome, Cassandra. And what did you think of your first taste of Athens?
I think you and Cleon both made good points.
Good points aren't at all what the crowd seem to care about. They're afraid, and Cleon indulged their fear.
Pericles, we've come to...
We must choose our moment wisely and speak our words more privately.
Fine. We've come to you on urgent business.
As does everybody.
I may have told Cassandra you'd invite her to your symposium.
You'd ask me to exclude every Athenian and invite an outsider instead. You heard the crowd. They don't need another reason to hate me.
If she's working for you, maybe the prying eyes will see her as a servant.
I'm no one's servant.
Cassandra, this is Athens. If you want something, sometimes you have to play a role.
And what exactly is it that you want?
I'm looking for a woman who's very important to me. Herodotus said a symposium could be useful for gaining information.
He would be correct. I can get you in, although I can't promise the information you seek will be found.
Just tell me what to do.
First, check on my colleague, Mediochos. He was meant to meet me today, and it's not like him to miss an appointment.
Done.
My friend, Phidias, needs to be taken out of Athens as soon as possible.
Anything else?
Yes. There's an ostracism vote taking place that could use your influence.
Oh. Sorry, 1 second.
Metiochos. You said he was your colleague?
A politician
There we
and
go.
ally. He's one of my most loyal friends.
Yes, the famous sculptor. What did he do exactly?
He stands accused of multiple offenses and is awaiting trial. You'll find him under close guard at his workshop.
I'll do it.
I'll expect you to use discretion.
That went well. It isn't exactly an invitation, but the promise of one is just as good. Although I'm sure he'll still ask Aspasia if it's okay.
So long as it comes.
Alright, which quest am I doing?
Help me! Please, someone! By the gods, why did it have to be snakes?
Help! If you leave, these snakes will kill me! Get me out of here! Hurry! Kill the snakes before it's too late!
Why are there so many snakes?
Gotta make these arrows again. I don't know why the sound is being buggy tonight. So I can get my arrows back.
Blessed be the god that sent you here. I'd have been eaten alive if it weren't for you.
I don't think they'd eat you.
But they would have certainly killed me. So thank you.
I'm always happy to help someone in need.
The world could do with more like you. Especially now.
Prickly sent me. I was worried about you. You often get tied up and surrounded by snakes?
How can you joke about this? Thugs broke into my home, dragged me here, tied me up and surrounded me with these hideous creatures. They must be stopped.
The snakes?
The thugs!
The thugs!
Why would anyone do this?
Politicians are easy targets in these troubled times. When they tied me up, they said I was a snake. That I should die by my own kind.
Did you recognize the people who did this?
Pericles asked me to go down to the fishing district and talk with the poor and sick, to give them hope. That's how I recognized their voices.
Oh, yes?
They threw rotten food and yelled insults at me. These thugs disguised their faces, but their voices and the stench of fish were unmistakable.
Where should I look?
I couldn't see their faces, but I recognized their voices from one of the districts I visited. They're regulars at Cleon's rallies. They live in the flooded part of the city, near the wall.
I'll track them down, Metiojos. Don't worry.
Tensions are high right now. At this rate, we'll tear each other apart within the city before the Spartans can breach the walls.
Why is it being so glitchy tonight? I feel like I shouldn't have restarted the game now. Over here.
You must be the one Pericles sent.
I am. He said there was an ostracism vote, but didn't tell me what I'm here to do.
Of course he didn't. That's what I'm for.
If someone is exiled, can they return?
If they do, they'll be punished.
What does someone have to do to be ostracized?
Anyone seen as a threat to the city or the people is enough. And then it is up to the vote. Some have been ostracized for simply being more disliked than the person they're up against.
What's my role in this?
The votes have already been cast. We don't have long before they're counted. Take the ostraka in this bag and exchange them with the ones currently under guard.
You want me to rig the ostracism?
Pericles does. And he has his reasons, I'm sure. Bring me the bag you took from the room and I'll take care of the rest.
No one will see me go in or out. Stay here. Gods from all over the Greek world. You wouldn't think the city was besieged by an army of Spartans.
Just getting a full scan. Anybody else? Do I need to level up? I'm only level 12. I can take them. Famous last words. Got one. Bye, guys. Oh, there was one up here. Couldn't see for a second. What? One hit? Damn. Usually it gives me like more than just one hit. Come on, now. I think I had a full health bar, didn't I? Well, no, I did get hit by an arrow. Actually, I don't even know how low my health was after that. Greek hockey. Greeks came up with everything. They had hockey too. They had hockey. What else they have? The Olympics. So Canadians didn't invent hockey? Oh shit. My bad, guys. Don't be glitching on me right now. Get up there! No! Get around! Fucking retard. I don't know why she keeps stalling. That shit gets on my nerves though. I'll be like in the middle of a freaking run, or trying to get away, and like, she'll just like stop all of a sudden. And then my like stick is like going all over the place because I'm like, come on, move! These loading screens make me hate life even more. Let's go, motherfucker. What do I need to do here? I need to reach the Logomus building. Is that it? I just need to get inside. Is that it? Is it really that simple? I'm still not in the right room. No, nobody's over here. I didn't even scan the building before I came here this time. How do I get in that room? Down there? Come on, Birdie. Tell me where to go. What the fuck? You little bitch. I didn't see him because I didn't have him tagged. Following me everywhere. Crap. I'm gonna kick your ass, bro. Where are you going? They're lagging.
She's in my sights.
Dude. Bro? The game is like lagging on me now. Bro? Being super laggy. How do I get in that room? What the fuck? How do I get in the fucking room in between? Shit, now I'm on fire too? Dude, just kill me. Just kill me. I can't believe that shit. This game hates me tonight, and I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna get mad. I was getting mad before, I'm not mad now. Because now I feel like it's trying to make me mad. Burn the war supplies. Alright, you need to like scan this shit, bro. You need to see where this shit's at, get the treasure, and get the F out. Reach the Logismo's building, and... What do I do here? What is the mission? Tell me what to do. Asked with influencing vote of to ostracize a seemingly innocent man, Cassandra had no choice but to do it if she wished to attend Pericles' illustrious symposium. Am I supposed to kill these people? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, if I lure them out, like this guy. No, wrong button.
pestering me.
I pressed the wrong button. Get off the fucking ledge. Oh my god. Dude. This game is pissing me off tonight. It's like the game mechanics are pissing me off. Like, she got on the fucking ledge. Or like the chair or whatever. And she's like treating it like it's like the edge of a building. Like, I'm trying to back up and she's like fucking balancing on it. It's like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, I don't know what I'm doing here. Why is the game not, like, telling me? I hate whenever whenever any game does shit like this. It's like, it doesn't tell me anything of what I'm supposed to do. Like, I look at the fucking building, I see all these enemies that are, like, 3 levels above me. You know what? Maybe I should do a different quest. Maybe that's what it's kind of telling me. That I should not be doing level 15 missions. Like, artifact fragments. I don't want to do that right now. Why are these missions like so much higher than me right now? Than like my actual current level. That's what's kind of strange to me right now. I'm just like, why? This seems off. Did I skip a few missions? Where does this take me? Maybe I should be doing that. Did it even tell me on the map where it's at? No. Why does it not tell me what I'm supposed to do once I get here? So effing weird. Alright. I'm just gonna get up there. Why did you not get that, dude? You missed one. Wrong button, bro.
I need to find who's doing that.
Quit pressing that button.
Probably just a bird, but I'll check.
Fucking dog. Are you a good doggy? Okay. I was like, I don't want to have to kill the dog. Damn it. I got this. That's how to do it the right way. How do I get in this building? How did he see me? What the fuck? Yeah, it's gotta get the flow of the game again. Got him. Alright, I think I got the flow of the game again. It always takes me like 20 minutes to kind of remember. Let's see. But is there a window up here I can get through? I never actually checked. How do I get in these freaking buildings, man? It's not telling me. Ow. Headphones are hurting me. Give me some stairs. Come on now. I don't have stairs back then. What the hell? How do y'all even get up there? They did not think this through. Well, wait. Yeah, I guess they kind of did. Am I supposed to bust through that door over there? Here it is. There's the other thing. I want to kill him, but guess I don't have to. Resisting the urge right now.
That should do it. I should let Pericles' contact know.
I shouldn't leave anybody alive, though. That's not the assassin way.
Now's our chance!
Ooh, that was close. Ooh, that was close. I'm gonna leave the civilian alive. Alright. You can live to tell the tale, bro. Now, getaway horse, come on. Now clear out, retard. You kind of deserved it. Oh shit. Good jump, bro.
It's done. You work quickly.
What are you going to do with them?
Dump them in a well. Ah, it looks like the official has arrived.
I apologize for the delay. There was evidence someone attempted to tamper with the votes. Don't worry. The Ostraka are all accounted for. The votes were counted, and Anaxagoras is to be ostracized.
Be slow to fall into friendship, but once you do, continue firm and constant.
Socrates!
It will
What's up,
be
bro?
more difficult for me now that Anaxagoras must leave Athens.
This is young
We were
Socrates, I
quite close,
guess.
Although he and Pericles were much closer. It's strange, Pericles wasn't here today to defend him.
Who are you?
Ask anyone and they'll tell you Socrates. But a name gives you nothing. Our actions determine who we are, and every action has its pleasures and its price. With that said, then, who do you claim to be?
My name is Cassandra.
And still, I don't feel I know you. Perhaps I can find out who you are a different way.
You want to know me?
Knowledge is the one good in this world. Surely you agree.
Of course. Knowledge drives everything I do.
Then we are the same in that way.
Knowledge of when to attack, what weapon to use, or when to use reason instead of violence.
We seem to put our love of knowledge into practice quite differently.
I use it how I need to.
You are clearly someone who would do whatever you feel is necessary. Perhaps for drachmae, or maybe to further a personal goal.
That describes a lot of people.
I suppose I'm curious why you did it. How could I not be when you're the reason my friend is being forced to leave the only home he's ever known?
I did what I was asked to do.
And your needs are greater than those of the man you helped ostracize. Still, you raise a fine point. Who is more responsible? Anaxagoras for getting himself mixed up in this, or you for simply sealing his fate?
Fine. I'm more responsible. But I did it because I have one concern. Myself.
Then I hope you also think about today, about Anaxagoras, about choice.
Socrates, there you are.
Here I am.
You're late. They're all waiting for you.
I wish to see Anaxagoras' fate, and so I have. Tell them I'm on my way. Well, it seemed our conversation is at its end. Although I hope it isn't the final one we have.
I wouldn't know.
I don't have a bounty now. Like a higher bounty. It's not that high. Easy to get rid of. They actually made it a little too easy to get rid of in this game. Wasn't there a eagle's nest or eagle's perch I was supposed to like sit on top of somewhere? I don't see any of them. I don't see one eagle perch. Oh wait, there it is. I see it now. Prince of Persia, you bastards. Ubisoft. And your puns. Your silly little puns. Go to home. The home of the attackers. Oh yeah, I didn't finish that mission, did I? Let's go do this one first. Alright. Let's go over that way. Check this guy out real quick.
Let me know if you have questions.
Let's sell some of this crap. Kopish. Yeah, I was about to say, it sounds like a sword from Egypt. I'm not keeping all these swords this game, or this playthrough. Last time I kept on keeping a bunch of stuff that I never used. Oh shit, that looked cool. I should have used that scythe. I'm selling it. I like my fast weapons. Throws off the enemy a little bit better. I don't know, maybe this game I should play with other weapons this time. No, don't dismantle. Why would you dismantle? What else you got, man? Seven. I'll probably find it anyways, I don't need to buy it. Oh wait, I could upgrade. Yeah. Oh yeah. Melanie's sword. Bring it up to 250. That's a little too tempting to say no. Where'd it go? I don't even see it anymore. The fudge.
Stop by again.
Dude, it better be in my inventory. About to say, man. Slice of foe. About to slice of foe. Slice of mofo. Abadibadabada. Nebuchadnezzar. Say what? Alright, I'm gonna have to get some new headphones. I don't like these. They hurt my head. I'm also not wearing them the right way, but... They saw me!
part of Athens I doubt Pericles is proud to talk about. There has to be a clue
The hell?
around here
Get out of my
somewhere.
way.
Snake bites. And someone hid the body. Though I have a feeling this death was an accident.
No, get out of here.
Snakes. Like the ones that were meant to kill Metiochus.
Arrow's back. That's all I care about. Not to keep making them. Good treasure. Is that all I had to do? We done here? So it's gone now? Did we finish it? Guess so. Don't see it anymore. Guess I wasn't paying attention.
You're not supposed to. Ah!
Right there!
Dude.
Why did you fall?
Oh, right in the head. I don't know why the sound's so off and glitchy. Maybe it's just like that on my side. I notice that sometimes whenever I watch a replay, I'm just like, why did it only do it on my side? I'm like, you guys got to experience the full game with no glitches. I've noticed that a few times actually. Like everything will be fine on your side, and it'll just be my side that I'm dealing with it. So I'm sure you're probably kind of confused.
Keep it moving. Stop. I can't let you go any further.
Stand aside. This is important.
So is keeping people out. Maybe you can see Phidias after his trial, if the people spare his life.
Listen, I'm working for Pericles. He wants me to see Phidias.
Well, I'm working for the people of Athens, and they want Phidias dead. Now back off, or you're dead too.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with democracy. Sometimes you can be voted out. And that was kind of the problem with democracy within Athens. It's actually mentioned as one of the bad versions of government. For anybody that's unfamiliar, I want to say there's 3 bad versions of government and 3 good versions of government, if I remember correctly, but check that for yourself. I want to say Plato came up with that. I'm sure drachma could change your mind.
Everyone has a price. How much drachmi is this going to take?
Depends how much you have.
I tried to be... I really did.
Damn it, I didn't mean to kill that dude. My bad. Damn it, now I got the villagers look after me. What the fuck? I was like, why can't I climb that? How do I get up here? Anonymous yet?
Have you found their trail? I've not found the trail, sir. Eyes and ears open. This one is cunning.
Well, I'm trying to be. Tell him to stop looking for me. Hold up 1 second. Take this off real quick. Where's the freaking bounty? Get away from me. Y'all chill. I didn't mean to kill him. I don't even know why he attacked me. That is one thing that's weird about this game. The civilians will just like randomly attack you. Bro, stop looking for me. Can't believe they're still looking for me. It's like it never takes this long.
Sorry about that.
How did you get past the guard? No one gets past the guard.
Relax. Pericles sent me.
Praise Athena. I knew he'd send help. I was worried they sent someone after me.
He sent me to get you out of Athens.
So he knows about the plot.
You mean the trial? From what I've seen, you don't stand a chance.
The people love me. I am the Phidias. But there are others. Look.
Malaka. It isn't the trial Pericles is saving you from. These are instructions to murder you. Who wrote this?
I don't know who to trust. I'm just an artist. I just wanted to create. Please, what am I to do?
First, you need to pull yourself together. You're on trial, the people are against you, and now I find that the cult want to kill you. I said pull yourself together!
Yes, of course.
Cleon said you're wasting the people's drachmi. If he had his way, he'd serve them your head.
Cleon mentioned me? That's going to hurt Pericles. First impiety, now theft. After all we've done for this city.
You and Pericles seem close.
For Pericles and me, it started with our love of Athens. Our differences push us to greatness. That is true friendship.
All right, we need to go. Do you have any idea where I can take you?
South of Athens, there's an island called Seriphos. My friend Theras lives there. When I discovered the plot against me, I sent word to him. If anyone can help us, he can.
Any clues he has of the cultists' identities? I want them.
Yes, anything. A guard.
I'll distract them while you sneak out. Meet me tonight to set sail for Seriphos. Don't show your face until you see me at the docks.
I understand.
You didn't think you could attack one of us and get away with it, did you? Come on and fight!
She's right here!
What are you doing in here? Get out of here. Fucking civilians, man. Try not to hit her. Let's see if I can do it without hitting her. Got him. What? He got me? What the fuck? I didn't even think my health was low. What in the fucking hell, dude? Way to fucking steal victory from the jaws of victory. Or, how does that saying go? Way to steal victory from the jaws of victory? I don't know. Something like that.
These statues are incredible. The sculptors truly are masters of their craft.
I didn't mean to kick your chickens. Maybe you should, like, keep them in a coop or something. Who is, like, chasing me right now? I need to veer off course, man. It hit me. Who can see me right now? I need to like hide or something for a second. I'm gonna sit right here. There's no blending in. Yeah, leave me alone. Go away. Can't believe you followed me this far. We're being extra sensitive tonight. This AI does not like me. It's like it's he's outdoing me. How is this actually, I don't know. The AI definitely tricked me a few times tonight. Like that last death was definitely very suspicious.
The watch will be vigilant here.
Where am I? Where? There's like off-limits temples everywhere. Running time. Y'all wouldn't put shit in the middle of the road.
So many boats. So many people. There must be enough food here to feed Kefalonia for a year.
I can meditate. Hell
maybe
yeah.
Phidias will be here when I'm done.
Good. You made it. I was beginning to worry.
I told you I'd get you out of Athens.
So you did.
Can your friend be trusted?
Theras and I have been friends for a long time. I just sent word telling him where to meet us.
Wasting time will only get us into trouble. Let's head to Serifos while we still can.
Rowers, to positions!
Where am I going? This way. I must turn the other direction. I'll make sure which direction I'm going. Okay. So I am going the right direction. What is that? Oh yeah, there's like the... Oh yeah, that's a cult member. Forgot they put them on the map. Did they put all of them? Just a few of them. I guess only the ones that I know about. Anyways.
Enemies here, Commander. We should be careful.
I never thought
We spotted some salvage.
I've lived places I've gone.
Fast as we can!
Military. What's that island ahead of us?
That, my friend, is the famous island of Salamis.
The place where Athens defeated the Persians.
It's in this place. The great,
hopefully, the
we need to fire again. Archers, get your mark. Salvage nearby. Archers, bending yourself.
Let me get out of here.
Let's move it. Oh, need a break, Commander.
Just because they were teaming up on me. It's probably going to end up dying for them. Let me actually check my ship with stuff real quick. Can I, like, upgrade anything now? Action unavailable at the moment. You're a deck of shit. Because they're chasing me, probably. You guys after me? You guys behind me? Somewhat too fast for you.
Something tells me that not the last battle was ours.
So many damn boats everywhere. Also, just so y'all know, the islands are not this close to each other.
This is a nice ship.
You don't have to do
The islands are a lot bigger in real life, and they're not as close,
Oh, I wasn't trying to.
not this close to each other.
I simply don't find myself traveling the seas very often.
You can be free.
They made the islands kind of small, but they did make them the same size. Or not the same size, but the same shape. That's what I meant to say.
Otherwise, you're king.
Made in the same shape as reality.
Is your stomach turning as much as mine is?
You'll get used to it. We'll reach Serifus before long.
I consider it a win for not dying. A win for knowing when to back out.
It's good to see you alive and well, Phidias.
And you, Theras. As you can see, I didn't get here alone.
Ah, yes. The kind and thoughtful hero you mentioned in your letter.
I'm glad I could get him out alive.
And for that chasm, I found some information on a man named Brisson who's plotting Phidias' early demise. Hopefully you can make something of this crew.
I can.
Please give Pericles my thanks and my farewell. And be careful. I still
They did good on
believe
this
many
character.
in Athens are in danger.
Oh, I guess there are some other missions I could be doing. I don't know if these are side quests or what. Guess they might be. I don't know, but we'll save it for next time. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. It's getting kind of late, but I appreciate you all for stopping by. If you liked the video, go ahead and like. If you're new to the channel, please follow. And I might be, just might be on sometime tomorrow. Just have to wait and see. Have a good night.